Zeitgeist Arts Building in beautiful downtown Duluth, Minnesota. It's Twin Ports Tonight with Andrew Kirov. Tonight, from the Catalyst Content Festival, Philip Gilpin. Featuring the Twin Ports Tonight Band, I'm Steve Wyeth. And now, here's your host, Andrew Kirov.
And thank you so much, and welcome to Twin Ports Tonight, Season 2. Huh? Yeah. That's right. Much to our surprise, they actually brought us back for a second season. I am your host this evening, Mr. Andrew Kirov. The man to my right is Steve Wyeth, your co-host, everybody. Yeah. We're back for a second season, and now it's been a while since you've seen us. It's been since last fall, right? It's been so long. That's why I like to think of Twin Ports Tonight as the Minnesota slip bridge of TV shows, because we only work about a month a year. But in our absence, I really learned a lot. I learned that this routine, it plays much worse to my family and friends when there's not an applause sign in their face. That's true. I also learned that WDSE has much less money than we thought they did. And I learned that a lot of people really do watch this show.
That's right.
Now, yeah, they do. Woo! People watch the show. Now, this is true. I was in Spooner, Wisconsin the other week, and a guy came up to me and he said, "Hey, aren't you that guy from that nighttime show?" And I said, "Why, yes, sir. Yes, I am. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching." And he got in real close to my face, and he balled his hands into fists, and he said, "When's that weird thing going to be done? That's my time for watching Austin City Limits." So, for that guy and for all you other Austin City Limits fans, we're on a brand new time this season. That's right, brand new time, because apparently WDSE viewers go to bed hours before 10 p.m. on Saturdays. They have to get up and watch cartoons.
Don't we all?
And now this is true. WDSE General Manager Wendy Gordon told us we have to appeal to more demographics. We can't just appeal to millennials. We have to get older people too. That's true, she told us that. And that's why we're getting rid of all of the controversial subjects from season 1, all that fast-paced stuff like root beer, armadillos, and Ojikangas. We can't, the boomers can't handle it, Steve.
They can't deal with it.
They can't handle it. And also, Steve Wyeth is going to be somewhat less sexualized this season. Steve, we need to make sure
a little
you're
less.
A little bit less. Yeah. We need to make sure your shirt is buttoned up all the way. You didn't bring the pink pants back, did you?
No pink pants this time.
Good, because the boomers, they had to get out of their seats. They couldn't sit down anymore. It got weird. All right, and so now this season, we're filling the show with things everybody here in the Twin Ports can enjoy, like puppets, crows, furniture, suspicions of DUI, ultrasounds, and superheroes. That's right. And we have some of those things on the program tonight.
That's right.
Yeah. We have a great show tonight. We have from the Catalyst Content Festival coming to Duluth, Mr. Philip Gilpin. That's right, yeah. And for all you single people out there, we have some Twin Ports dating advice about a brand new Twin Ports dating app. How about that? Yeah, yeah. And now I know a lot of you need it, because not all of you have the animal magnetism of Steve Wyeth. Steve, you...
Sorry, less.
Yeah.
Less.
Okay. You can't. No, you gotta tone it back a little bit, man. My heart's starting to race. Steve, have you tried online dating?
Yeah, I use 4 dating apps actually.
Wow.
Yeah. I just once one's done, I'm like, move on.
Have you had some success with them?
I've had a little bit of success. I recently I started one this summer where when it's a man and a woman, the woman has to be the first one to message.
Okay.
It's just like a new way of doing it, I guess. And I had a lot of early success. I got a lot of matches and I got a lot of messages.
Great.
Because they like my profile. Apparently they like my pictures, so I look all right. But then after we started talking, it all just went away.
Oh, wow.
So
okay, that can't feel good.
I've been under the misguided idea all this time that my personality was my selling feature. It's not.
Now you found out that it's not.
No, I look better than I am.
All right, Stephen, we're going to have some advice for you tonight.
All right.
We've got a ton of show left, everybody. You're watching Twin Ports Tonight.
PBS is a private, non-profit corporation in partnership with its member stations. Non-commercial educational license who serve the American public with programming and service of highest quality, offering educational media that helps preparing children for success in school. We will now provide 30 seconds of education.
Today's topic, cardinal mating habits.
He marks his territory with a song. Male, I can see you are a good nest defender by the size of your face mask. Female, you have a pretty big face mask yourself. She builds a nest for herself. She can lay her eggs in it. Then they touch beaks to establish trust. Then he brings her more food. Then she warms her eggs. This pair will mate for life. Life expectancy is about 1 year. Life expectancy average includes fledgling mortality.
You have been provided with 30 seconds of education.
Good evening, sir. I'm Officer Rick Benson, Superior Police Department. Do you know why I pulled you over tonight?
No, officer, I don't. I don't think I was speeding or anything.
Well, it's just that it's 2:30 a.m. and you're out here driving very cautiously. Any chance you've been drinking tonight?
No, officer, I haven't had so much as a White Claw.
We'll see about that. Driver's license and insurance, please.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You know how that is.
Yes. So, you say you haven't had any alcohol tonight?
No. Yeah, I was just getting back into town, so, wasn't drinking.
So you weren't just over at the Cedar Lounge on North 3rd Street?
No, absolutely not.
You didn't go there with a couple buddies to get yourself a Duluth Coffee Pale Ale?
I don't even know what that is.
Oh, come on, Maybe you just got done with work and you swung over there and you grabbed a couple pours of the Spirit Mountain Double IPA, then you spent the rest of your night cruising around town? I've been there.
No, I haven't. I seriously have not had any alcohol tonight.
So you weren't just over at Builder's Saloon on Tower Avenue hitting on the ladies singing karaoke, exchanging some $5 Long Island pitchers in exchange for some country music slow jams?
No, that was not me.
So you didn't just get kicked out of Shorty's Pizza and Smoked Meat over on Tower for repeatedly asking the bartender if she wanted some of your hand-smoked meat? Then after you got kicked out there, you headed on over to Champ Sports Bar on Belknap where you bought several $5 domestic pitchers?
That is a very specific and unique set of events, and none of that applies to me.
Okay, maybe I can believe that, but there's no way I can believe you weren't just over at Dodgy's on East 5th Street trying to score yourself a couple moms. Then after that didn't work out, you figured, maybe I'll go over to the Flame on Tower, try to get a guy to buy me a drink. Maybe that'll pick my spirits up. But after that didn't work out, you figured, well, the best thing I can do is head on over to Grumpy's on East 2nd by Bar Close, maybe play a round of darts with one of those biker ladies that's always playing darts down there.
Officer, I am a married man. I did not do any of that.
Good. She would have kicked your butt at darts, buddy.
Look, this is getting absolutely ridiculous. Now, if you think I'm drunk, then just give me a sobriety test and we'll just be done with it.
All right. One more question. So I'm really expected to believe you didn't just get done with a long day at work, head immediately over to Keyport Liquor and Lounge on Belknap Street, buy yourself a 30-pack case of a domestic light beer, pound a couple of those in the parking lot before you leave. Then you get a call from your girlfriend saying she wants to take a break. So you figured, well, this night isn't going anywhere, so you head on over down to South End, you go to Les Bird's Bar. But you leave that place right away because you're not really sure what it is. You're like, well, maybe it's French. Is it lay birds? But that doesn't match the decor. So you're like, well, maybe it's a lesbian bar. Maybe it's pronounced les birds. And the women there, they're butch enough to make you suspicious, but not so butch that it's obvious. And after you leave that place, you end up figuring out that really it's not as interesting as you thought. It's just a bar named after some guy named Les Bird. And you drive around Superior the rest of the night, pounding your light beers until you remember where it is that you even call home. And then you pull up to your house and you walk up to the door and you see there's a sign on the door. And you rip it down and it's an eviction notice. And you tear it up and you say, "You can't evict me, I'm a cop." Did you do any of that tonight, sir?
No.
All right. Well, there's one more thing we got to do before 5 a.m. ski shots down at the station. Hands behind your head.
What? Wait, what are you doing? Where are we going?
We got to go to the kitchen on North 5th Street. You and me got to down a couple coffees before either one of us can drive. Hey, welcome back to Twin Ports Tonight, everybody. My guest tonight is here from the Catalyst Content Festival coming to Duluth. Please welcome to the program Mr. Philip Gilpin. Thanks for coming on, man.
I did all of those things the other night.
You did all those things.
All of those
You were in
things.
Superior the other night.
That was me.
Yeah, yeah. What was your favorite bar you went to over there in Superior?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
Once you cross, I just remember the bridge, and then it was all a blur.
Uh-huh. That's what happens, man.
Yeah.
That's why I had to come over to Duluth. I couldn't take it anymore. It was just one night after another. So Philip Gilpin, the Catalyst Content Festival is coming to town. When I hear the term Content Festival, I'm not sure what that is. What is the Catalyst Content Festival?
It is a festival for things that are not film. So it is episodic. It's television. It's podcasts. It's scripts. It's people from around the world that are waking up and saying, "Oh, I and my friends and all of the people that I know that are artistic want to make a show." It could be reality, it could be a scripted comedy, it could be a drama, it could be a documentary, but it's in a show format. Whether that means it's short for the internet, that's 5 or 10 minutes, or whether it's a longer, like traditional NBC, CBS version, half hour, hour long. There are people out there who are incredibly talented that are making independent episodic television now, full-on cop dramas, all kinds of things that you would see on a network, and they're doing them on micro budgets, but the quality is now so good.
Yeah.
Audiences want to see them. And so the question is, you can't take that to a Sundance. You can't take that to a Tribeca, because those are film festivals.
Right.
Where do you go? How do you get it seen? How do you get it judged? How do you go through the process? That's our role.
Content festival.
Content Festival,
Content.
and I love episodic content. That's one of the reasons I do this show, because
Yes.
I don't want to just do one thing and then I'm done. I want this to be able to continue and celebrate the community here for a long time. And I'm just curious why you chose Duluth to bring this festival to.
Yeah. It started in LA in 2006, naturally. And then I took it over in 2012, and we moved it to a very small town of about 800 people in Vermont. And the reason for that move was we wanted a location where everybody's phones probably didn't really work. They were totally out of the way. And the person you sit down next to at the bar, you know, you get to know them as Katie and Kelly, but you know, one of them happens to be an executive at a major network, and one of them is buying television shows, and oh, I'm a writer. So you get to know each other as people.
Yeah.
Because the difference is when you go to a film festival, people are buying and selling projects that are already made. It's kind of like going to buy a car. You don't really necessarily have to like the person you're buying and selling from. But when you go to a TV festival, you're asking somebody to maybe give you $100 million over the next 10 years. So you have to form a relationship. You have to form a bond. So we started looking for a place to move to that had an airport and hotels and foliage and all these other things. And Duluth, believe it or not, is one of the only towns in the northern U.S. that the zeitgeist in North Shore and other places. It's amazing.
Interesting, yeah, and obviously, you know, let's give it.
Duluth.
I produce content in Duluth, and how do you think this is going to affect the content that's actually being made here?
We had about 10% of the official selections actually screening and selected to the festival this year were Minnesota made.
That's great.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
We got over 800 submissions from over 25 countries around the world, went through a rigorous judging process, and to have local Minnesota talent and Wisconsin talent come out on top as part of it was really exciting for us to see. We didn't know how that was going to shake out. I think the big thing that's going to happen here in Duluth and in the Superior region is going to be a lot of industry people are going to start paying attention to maybe shooting their future projects here. So we're working on future incentives and work and jobs for this production, realm to be here. So hopefully it's going to be a creative boom.
Absolutely. Well, that's great to hear. Hey, that sounds great to me. Philip Gilpin, thank you so much for coming on Twin Ports tonight and talking about the Catalyst Content Festival. I learned a lot, and I'm happy to hear.
Yes.
Wendy. Ladies and gentlemen, this is WDSE General Manager Wendy Gordon.
Hello.
Wendy, what brings you on Twin Ports tonight?
Well, I was just fascinated by your guests. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for choosing our beautiful city for your festival. And I have a question for you.
Yeah.
I know you're not really necessarily a film guy per se. What would you say is the most important film to your generation?
Most important film of my generation?
Just quick. Give me it.
Casino.
Casino. It's a very violent choice. Well, my favorite movie, one of the most beloved films of all time, I believe, is Dirty Dancing. It really speaks to me. It's very pivotal in my youth. And there's this great line from the movie that it just follows me everywhere I go. And the line goes something like, how does it go? How does that line go? Let's shake things up a bit and move with the times. Right? Have you heard that? Well, we here at PBS, what are we known for? Shaking it up and moving with the times, right?
That's
right.
true.
So I actually wrote a little content that I might like you to take a peek at, if you don't mind. Have you actually seen this yet, Andrew?
I don't believe I have. Let's look at it here. It's called The Wheel Fishwives of Wawina. The Wheel Fishwives of Wawina?
Yes, it's Wawina. But, why don't we just go with the Real Fishwives of St. Louis County?
That's good. I can pronounce that.
Huh? Okay. While we're all here, you're a theater person, kind of, right? Yeah. Let's do a little read-through, shall we? Okay, so I would like you to play the part of Shirley.
Okay.
Shirley is a strong and independent woman.
Okay.
Okay. Content Festival. Phil, you're Phil, right? So, okay, Phil, could you play the part of Rita? And what you need to know about Rita is she's a very bitter divorcee. Okay.
Naturally.
Steve, will you please be Julie, the young trophy hot wife?
I don't know how I couldn't.
I know. And I really want you to sell this one, okay?
right.
It's very important. All right, so I'm going to set the scene for all of you here. Every weekend, from opener until at least 3 inches of ice forms, there is a fishing tournament somewhere in the Northland. Of the thousands of annual participants, there is a select group of women that defy gender roles. Professional women anglers vying for the top prizes. Real fishwives, real stories. Sure.
I am the OG of St. Louis County Fishwives. There ain't no split shot sinker in my tackle box, if you know what I mean. I started by dropping my bobber under the Blotnick Bridge when I was barely old enough to stand. Now I own the largest fleet of boats in a 100-mile radius.
Rita, you're next. Rita, it's you.
I was poor. I was rich. I was poor again, and you know what? Having money is easier. Here's to being a muskie in a lake full of sunnies.
Oh, God. That was beautiful, Phil. All right, Steve, you really got to finish this up, my friend.
I came up here from the UP when I got engaged.
A little more, a little sizzle.
Some people think I'm loony for marrying such an older man, but I disagree. I'm young, vegan, and I own my own Etsy store. And when I have to shop big box stores, I only do so ironically.
That's that was wonderful. Thank all of you. That just sounds so great.
All right.
Oh.
Yes, Wendy Gordon, thank you for coming on and
anytime.
pitching your show, I guess.
Well.
All right, and Phil, thanks so much for coming on the program. We've got more Twin Ports Tonight right after this.
Can't seem to find the perfect person for you? Well, now there's hope. Introducing the latest oddly specific online dating app, Twin Ports Singles.
I've been single for so long. The Twin Ports can sometimes be a hard area to find someone. But this new app lets me browse singles who live right here. I just swipe right to say yes and swipe left to say no thank you. Let's see who's out there.
I'm Bert. I cultivate locally sourced yeast for a craft brewery. On my 6 days off a week, you can find me riding my fat tire bike down the lake walk while listening to Trampled by Turtles deep cuts on my AirPods. My ideal date is me eating gluten-free hummus on a boulder in Chester Creek while you oil my beard. I just learned 3 chords on the banjo, so you know I'm good with my hands. Winky face.
Ew, no. Beards can be nice, but not when they look like that. Are those crumbs on your face, or are you trying to pass that off as a beard? And when was the last time you showered? Swipe left, next profile.
Well, howdy there. My name's Jimmy. I'm a country boy from Hermantown, just looking for my country girl. I've got a picture of a fish in all of my pictures, including the one where I'm kneeling next to a bear. Killed it myself. When I'm not mudding my dad's F-150, you can find me down at the bait shop trying to sell my homemade taxidermized squirrels on a deal for a can of snus. I just learned 3 chords on the guitar, so you know I'm good with my hands. Smiling face with the tongue sticking out emoji.
What is it with men? What is it with men taking photos with dead animals on their profiles? Does anybody find that attractive? And sorry, no, I don't care about the size of your truck. Swipe left. Next profile.
Hey girl, I'm Chaz. I'm just on this app looking for my soulmate. Laughter crying emoji. Yeah, I've got a 6-pack and I'm not talking about my protein shakes, haha. Anyways, I'm a local trainer at a gym, so you know I can help you get that rockin' bod anytime. Just hit me up for my digits. And yes, all my bathroom selfies are real. 100% American meat, lol. So anyways, you know, I just learned 3 chords on piano, so you know I'm in touch with my feminine side. Eggplant emoji.
Gross! You're the worst one yet! How are there no good dating options in the Twin Ports? Swipe left. Okay, I guess I'll try one more. Oh, hey, you don't look that bad at all. You have a job, friends, and a lot of the same interests as me. And look at that, you even have some mutual friends.
Hi,
No, wait. You live in Cloquet? Swipe left, I don't do long distance.
Welcome back to Twin Ports Tonight, and here on Season 2, something that I want to do is I want to talk to Steve, some of our guests, some of our cast about what they learned each episode, you know? We're on PBS, we're here for education, so Steve, what'd you learn this episode?
I guess I learned that cardinals have an easier time finding dates than I do.
Yeah. Their mating habits are more defined.
Yeah.
There's an expectation there.
Sigh.
I learned that there's way more oddly specific drink specials in Superior than I thought there were. Wendy Gordon, what did you learn on the show tonight?
I learned that there are bars in Superior. I've never been there.
Yeah.
There are bars? Really? Oh. Every day, something new.
Country Boy, what did you learn on the show?
Sometimes the F-150 isn't enough for a lady, you know what I'm saying?
I know, she didn't care about the size of your truck, man.
It's not for everyone, you know?
How might you attract the next lady?
Probably a bigger truck, I'm thinking.
That's what makes sense to me, man.
The only thing could be wrong.
Workout guy, what did you learn?
Oh, I learned Wendy Gordon's a pretty good writer. I thought so. I was really into that. Is Steve the trophy wife in the actual one, or?
I think so.
Yeah, he should be.
I think so.
All right, everybody. I'd like to thank my entire cast and crew for being on the show. I'd like to thank Philip Gilpin from the Catalyst Content Festival for coming on. And I'd like to thank all of you. I'd like to thank all of you for watching at home. This has been Twin Ports Tonight!